Alrighty, we're working on a very nice luxury apartment complex. We're replacing an exit light that's very dim. A lot of the LEDs are burned out. Here in the country I was born in, we use 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps, 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps. Black is live, the white is neutral, the bare, the green is the ground. Red and blue are also live colors. However, you may find white live in a switch loop or a 220, 240 volt circuit where the appliance does not require neutral. So I'll show you how to install an exit light, replacing one that's has a lot of burned out LEDs in it. Okay, so we'll pop this one down and see what holes we gotta use in the back. Okay. So that wire wasn't really spliced that well there. We'll take that off. And our white wire, see how the copper, the strands are way down here and the copper was way up there? They did the same on the black wire. And when they stripped the white wire, see how they left the insulation behind the stranded wire? I'll clip this end off, and I'll clip our black wire a little bit shorter so they don't, I'll just clip it about right here. And I'll tape it off. Somebody put a ground wire, grounding it to the plastic, and plastic's not a conductor, so you don't have to ground the plastic. So we'll take some electrical tape here, and we'll cover our live wire on the end here. So if they don't touch when we pull it down, and we'll take our screws out. Oh, there's a box up here, good. Okay, so we'll bring our wires through, and we have our box right here. So we have our black and white, and we have our ground wire, but there's nothing to ground to, so we don't have to have that hooked up, so we can just take and leave it in here. So when our new one will open this hole, we'll see if these screws are going to work, because yep, they will fit. Okay, so we will take our black and white down all the way here, and we'll look at our ground wires here. We'll take this tail out of here because we don't need it because it's a plastic fixture. And you don't have to ground a plastic fixture, so we'll just put our wire back on here. Put it in nice and tight. We'll put it back into our box here. And we'll open up our holes for our new light. So we've got our light out of the box here. Open it up. It comes with wire nuts here. You can mount it on the ceiling with this bracket here. Comes with this part that goes on the box, and after this is up on the box, you have your two screws sticking down through here, so you screw that up into the unit like this. You put the screw through here into this, and the top of the screw will go into the box, but we're going to put it on the wall. So we'll pop out our little pop out for the wire connections here. Okay, this is our top. If you're doing the top mount, you just snap this little piece out. See how that little piece here will come out if you're doing the top mount? We're not going to do that. So we're going to open our holes up for the screws to screw it onto the box. Okay, so now on the other side, we'll take and we'll pop these little things out. Like that. Do the same down here on the bottom one. Pop it out like this. And that will allow us to screw it onto the wall box there. So if you look at these wires, we have a black, which is for 120 volts, a red that's for 277 volts, and the common neutral, which is the neutral. And we'll be using the black and the white since we're on 120 volts, and we'll be putting a cap on the end of this red wire because we are using 120 volts only. So we're going to take an orange cap, and we're going to cap this red wire off. But you know what? I'm going to put that red wire back inside the box here like this, so it's out of my way on the so I make sure our wire nuts on there nice and tight here. And we're ready to go out now, and we'll put this fixture up on the wall and make our connections inside the box. Okay, now we're ready to hang our brand new light. So we have our wire nuts here. We're gonna make sure we have the top up. So we'll poke our wires in through we're gonna put that wire nut into the box behind here. So we'll stick our wires into our device. I'll make sure our wire nut goes into the box there. Put our screws back in here. Where's our other hole? It can be tricky to find the hole. There it is, right there. Okay, so we'll snug our screws up. And now we'll hook our wires up. So we have our white, which is the neutral wire. And that's this one. I'll strip our wire the same length. Use our 14 gauge hole. Get our wires, get our insulation even at the bottom here. This is pre-tinned copper. I'll clip them so they're even on the end here. See how I got them even here? This is tinned copper, copper even on the end, insulation even at the bottom. Put my wire nut on, make sure the insulation is going into the bottom of the wire nut. Make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, there's our white wire. Now I'll push our red wire we're not using for 277 back into our box since we're not using it. Get it out of our way here. Okay, now we'll take our black wire, which is our hot wire. And this is our live. You can see where it says 120 volts. Got our copper and our insulation lined up at the bottom here. See how it's a little longer, so I'll take my cutters, clip them like that. Now our insulation and our tinned copper is even on the end here. Like that. Take my orange wire nut, go over the tight, put the cap on like this. Make sure my insulation's down inside the wire nut. And I'll push it back into our box like this. And this is for our battery backup. So we will plug this in to a little plug down in here. A little plug, see that little plug there? We'll plug it in like that. Push this in so it's out of our way. So I'll bring the camera up close so you can see it. And there's the little battery backup plug I plugged in right there. Okay, so we'll stick our faceplate back on. You can use green or you can use red. We're using the red here. So we'll make sure our wires are all in the grooves where they're supposed to be so nothing is pinched. And we'll just set this on the top like this. And we'll just snap it in like that. Alrighty, so that is how to replace an exit light in a luxury apartment building up on the second floor. And we'll have a fire escape out here. I'll just open the door. And this comes out to our fire escape. Now we'll go down and put one on the first floor. Peace. Thanks for watching.